Hi everyone, it's Sunday and trying to meal prep because I somewhat meal prepped last week and I was like, this is great, just pulling out food. Grace is about to go wash. Pulling out food and just warming it up, and it was great. And so I was like, okay, I'm really gonna try to meal prep this week. So this
A wrap.
But I soaking my chicken thighs for the, I don't know if y'all can hear Matt, but he's up. Bill wants creamy Tuscan chicken, so I have these. Anyway, yeah, I'm about to get to meal prepping, so y'all join me for this. I'm just gonna put the rice in like 2 big containers, so then when I want to warm it up, I can just warm it up instead of having to pour out rice. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, right? It just makes it easier. Just trying to be convenient because Bill is gonna have a busy week. So trying to do things, I don't know. I might put it all in this container just because that's what I might do. But we'll see. Anyway, I'm actually about to put my hair up. I just was curling it for whatever reason. Not like tight curls, but you know, just kind of beard curls. But I'm about to put my hair up because y'all don't want to hear me talk about that. And I'm just going to put my rice in here. I think it will all fit in here, but if not, then I'll just use both containers, but we'll see. And then get started on my, we're gonna have taco
What was the number of 2 pieces?
Tuesday. And I'm gonna also use some mesquite because I'm really excited about the mesquite. I don't know, I keep forgetting to add it, but Bill actually brought some because he knew he would be grilling. Yesterday he made some burgers and hot dogs for us, so he brought some mesquite, and I'm excited because I'm going to use it today on the chicken. And I asked him to buy some fresh thyme, but he brought the dry, which is fine because I can use it in the future, as well as some rosemary and bay leaves. But you know, whenever I do want fresh, I can always get them. But we'll be using these today for our chicken in the pan, and then we're doing creamy Tuscan chicken, and then we're also doing the ground beef for the tacos. For Taco Tuesday, we're gonna have quesadillas. I did it last week, but I was kind of an amateur, didn't close it all the way. I mean, it really didn't make a difference because everyone still loved it, and they want to do it again this week. So I'm about to start cutting veggies and everything for that, and just get to the rest of what we're having. I'll probably do rice for Taco Tuesday as well, since it's already cooked. And then Will and Grace can probably eat some for their lunch because they like to eat real food for lunch sometimes, not all the time. And then I'm gonna use my electric skillet for the ground turkey, and then I might cook the creamy Tuscan chicken on the stove because it's probably the easiest way to do it. I'll talk to y'all very soon. And so right here, I'm just showing you how I made the chicken for Sunday dinner. It was definitely a last minute meal, and I just used the following seasonings. Bill ran out to the store, and I was planning on making something else for him, but he actually just enjoyed this chicken, so I didn't have to make any other chicken. So they had this along with corn and rice. And the corn was corn on the cob, which is what you saw Will and Grace ate earlier. And so now I'm putting the rice into the 2 containers because all of it did not fit in one container, so I did end up using both. But rice is always a good side that goes with everything. Well, not everything, but it goes with a lot of the meals. And my family loves rice. Like, I was not really a rice lover until I moved to South Carolina, even though I'm not eating much rice these days. But it definitely goes a long way in my house for rice. And so we're gonna have rice with our 1-pot chicken and potatoes, and then I also plan to have rice for Taco Tuesday along with Will and Grace if they want to just have it for lunch. So rice is always a good side in our house. And so the plan was to also have lima beans with the 1-pot chicken. Wasn't sure which day we were gonna have it, but I just wanted to have it cooked. And so here I'm using turkey bacon, which is actually a really good seasoning for the lima beans. I used it the first time I ever cooked lima beans and it worked out great. They all actually loved it. I was shocked because I've made lima beans before, but they were a fail. So for the first time, it worked out great. Even my husband loved it, and he will definitely tell me if something is not good. And I just seasoned it with the chicken Knorr, salt and pepper, and the turkey meat. You can also use turkey wings or turkey legs, regular bacon, or any other pork meat is also good for lima beans, but that's just what I use, and it turned out really good. And so now, as you can see, we're cutting up potatoes. I've cut up some peppers, and this is for the one pot chicken and potatoes dish. So I started off by trying to get my potatoes to soften up some. I added salt, pepper, and paprika along with some extra virgin olive oil, and they baked for about 10 to 15 minutes before I added the chicken thighs on top. I also went back and added a little water, not too much. I just didn't want them to burn, but I did want them to have a slight char, so I let them cook without the water. And now I'm just adding my seasonings for the mixture that I'm going to pour over it. I call it the mesquite honey garlic chicken. So these are the seasonings that I'm using, and then I'm going to also add some honey along with extra virgin olive oil, some juice from half of a lemon, and now my seasonings. And I did go back and add some minced garlic. I just forgot to record that. These seasonings came together really well for a nice marinade. I also add soy sauce. I just chose not to this time, but soy sauce gives it a nice kick as well. And I also did add the chicken Knorr at the last minute. I just decided to add some of that as well. And so I'm just going to pour this over the chicken thighs. I clean my chicken thighs very well. I'm also cutting up the peppers, and I'm going to put these on top before adding the chicken. The sauce marinated the peppers and the potatoes extremely well. So every bite with a pepper was so delicious. Same with the chicken. It was just so much flavor in each bite. And then I put some butter on top of the chicken before adding the marinade. I went back and just made a little bit more sauce. You can also add cornstarch if you want it a little bit thicker. I added some paprika and mesquite to the top of the chicken just to get it a little extra oomph. I cut up some peppers because now I'm going to cook my ground turkey for Taco Tuesday. I sauteed the peppers and then took them out, and now I'm just cooking my meat and grinding it up. I added the peppers back in, and I'm just giving it a good mix. And I actually use the same seasonings that I used for the chicken in this ground turkey. The only difference is the peppers. And so about halfway through, I took the meat out and just kind of added some more of that marinade on top of the chicken just to make sure the flavors are getting all in there. And now I'm taking the ground turkey out, and I'm going to go ahead and cut up the chicken for the creamy Tuscan chicken. And y'all, I was so tired. I did not make the sauce for the creamy Tuscan chicken. I just ended up cooking the chicken because I'm like, it will not take long to make Alfredo sauce and the rest of the ingredients that go into the creamy Tuscan chicken. So I just ended up cooking the chicken before cleaning all the dishes and shutting down the kitchen, because by this time it was around 10 o'clock. So it was still a successful prep. Here's the final look at all of the dishes that I prepped. I also made some protein bars earlier, and I'll show you how I did that another day. But y'all, I was so tired, but it was somewhat successful. My husband tasted some lima beans and ended up actually making a plate of lima beans and rice with a small piece of chicken. And he loves peppers, so he was very excited to be eating this late at night. Anyway, thanks for watching.